BLC's Indian debate competitions. Today, the selected motion of the competition is cell phone shouldn't be allowed in the classroom. The fact finders teams is for the motion, and mental giants is against the motion. Speaker for the motion are Nami Rani, first speaker, Rutropol, second speaker, Jugairi Mustaq Hussain, third speaker, and team leader. Speaker against the motion, first speaker, Samiha Sinha, second speaker, Amal Bihani, third speaker and team leader, Aksha Karim Purvo. So before starting the debate, let me inform you the time allocation and order. Each debater will get 3 minutes, and in the rebuttal round, both the team leaders will get extra 2 minutes. Have you got it? So now it's my turn to request Nami Ranil, first speaker for the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the floor to speak something at today's debate presented before us by BLC. The topic says cell phones should not be allowed in the classroom. For reasonable and logical causes, I chose to stand in favor of the motion. So let me make my stance clear. Honorable Moderator, I would like to start by addressing the elephant in the room, the biggest problem of having cell phones out in the classroom. And it is none other than the undeniable distraction that the cell phones causes in our living environment. With their endless array of apps and the countless amount of notifications, cell phones tempt us away from a lesson, a study. And now, the biggest problem of all is not just that, but it is that whenever a notification pops up in your cell phone, it beeps, meaning it makes a sound. And whenever that happens, it doesn't just disturbs you, it also creates a disturbance among all of all of in the classrooms, meaning it makes a distraction among everyone in the classroom, and it also interrupts the lesson. And obviously it is a major problem when you're like in the school, because it can also cause like many other problems to not only you but all of the other persons in the classroom. And now furthermore, honorable moderator, studies have shown that whenever you have your phones in your classroom, your academic results tend to suffer. And to be honest, it's no surprising matter, because whenever you have your cell phones in the classroom, your grades are bound to go down. And when you really think about that, it's not just about missing out on the lessons that your teacher is teaching you, but it is also missing out the opportunity to ask questions, to clarify your doubts, and also to engage in the subject matter. Moreover, honorable moderator, having your noses 3 inches away from your screen can also means that you're missing out the opportunity to socially interact with your classmates or your friends. And whenever you're supposed to work in your group projects or group tasks, and when you're supposed to chat with your friends, you're scrolling in your phone. And we should also remember that learning is not just about absorbing information, but it is also about learning from each other, learning from your classmates, and also creating relationships among classmates. And in conclusion, the negative impact of having cell phones in the classroom cannot be denied. They distract us from our study, and they also hinder our academic performance, and moreover, they also ruin our social skills. Therefore, I insist you to agree with the motion that cell phones should not be allowed in the classroom. And it is not only for the sake of our study, but it is also obviously for the sake of our future. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I would like Samia Sinha, first speaker, against the motion to answer your question.
Honorable moderator, thank you for giving me the floor. The topic says cell phones shouldn't be allowed in the classroom. we choose to stand against. Honorable Moderator, before proceeding in the future, I would like to define and clarify key points, especially to our opponents. Our learned opponents only saw one side of the coin and decided of to forget the others. Let's make our stance clear. Mobile phones provide instant access to a vast amount of information. We can easily get study materials by using it in the classroom. There are many educational apps available that can supplement classroom learning. It will be helpful in the classes. If you need to make a project or assignment, you can easily collect necessary resources by using mobile phone. In case of emergency, we can easily get information like if anyone of your family face difficulties, then he or she can contact with you if you have a cell phone with you. Honorable Moderator, our learned opponent claimed that cell phone shouldn't be allowed in the classroom, which is not true at all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, next speaker on behalf of the topic, Rudrapal. Second speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for providing me the chance to speak something as a second speaker for the team. Now I'm discussing the topic, and the topic is cell phone shouldn't use in the classroom. I want to start my speech by the following dialogue. Parents and principals who favor banning cell phones, students and dismiss their focus. They can provide student access to questionable content, increase cyberbullying and other discriminatory issues, create physical and mental health issue also. So, Honorable Moderator, that's just a point of a single post of Washington Post that was just one of the many findings in a recent report from a 14-country study by UNESCO that promoted the headline in the Washington Post. I say that schools should ban smartphones. Parents should help them, and the study recommends a ban of smartphones for school for students of the all ages. And it says the data are unequivocal, showing that countries that invent restriction see improved academic performance and less bullying. In fact, the students openly admit their cell phones distract them in the classroom and their focus will be dismissed in the class. So it says Joel Restrom, a senior lecturer in return in botany, University College of General Studies. It's an issue she has studied for years. She even performed an experiment with the child or students that support what she long supported. We learn about the multiplication formula like that. She make a formula. Cell phones plus classrooms equal to bad learning environment. By Vikesh Mittal, originally published in The Hill, opinion highly demanded Professor Vikesh Mittal said that here was described the thing according to a 2022 study of 10,897 people or parents with a child in school. 61% agree they do not support the mobile phone in the classrooms. Support is highly amount in Asian 64%, then Caucasian 61%, African and American is 55%, and in Hispanic and Latino 56% parents. Parents from low 60% and high 61%. So, Honorable Moderator, now it's turn of this issue. School principal agree with parents. A 2022 survey of 210 principals published in the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that more than 90% supported restricting students' cell phones in school and 86% believes it harmed academic performance. So, honorable moderator, I want to say that come with me to harmonious children that late give up use cell phone in classroom. I want to tell if we are human and we are habitually causing the effect to unknown things. So it's impossible for our children to give up cell phones. But the parents are curious. If the parents are curious to their children, so the children become less of cell phones. And it's responsible for parents and our great person to remove us for cell phones because it's so much harmful for us. Thank you, honorable moderator, for giving me the chance to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Okay, now it's time for Amal Bihani. What questions do I
Good afternoon and hello, honorable moderator and respected opponents. Welcome to today's debate. The topic about the debate is mobile phone shouldn't be allowed in the classroom. Access to information. Now, mobile phones are like a mini computer, allowing a phone to classroom access students to the internet. As we know that the internet can give us a lot of information, and using the internet, they can change their learning experience and get a better learning experience. After that, when any teacher is present in the classroom, any teacher can come and tell them to watch a video about phonetics or any topic. In emergency cases, having a mobile phone can save your life, whether it's contacting your parents or friends or others, can save you or others, reducing pollution. When we are using notebooks to write, that time we have to use pen to write. Without pen we can't write, and most of the time pens are mm, made of plastics, and plastics harm our environment and create pollution. Increasing trees. We use notebooks to write, and we all know that notebooks are made of papers, and papers are made of trees. In this process, if we don't use notebooks and use mobile phone to write our notes, less trees will cut. Using phones as notebook will keep our notes safe, and it will also uh, keep long last. Uh, if anybody asks you for notes, that time you can send him directly. You don't have to take a picture of that and have hurry in so the conclusion is that overall, while there are certain challenges associated with mobile phones in the classroom, the benefits in terms in of access to information, educational tools, digital literacy, emergency communication, and real world preparation outweigh the drawbacks. It also about finding a balance and teaching students how to use this technology effectively and responsibly.
do? Thank you, Amal Bihani. This was outside debating session.
Good afternoon, everybody present here and honorable moderator. Thanks for giving me the floor to speak something at today's debate. The panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and my co-debaters and all the audience. I'm here to oppose the motion which asserts that mobile phones shouldn't be allowed in schools. With following arguments of mine, I'm Jubair Mustaq Ishan. I'm reading at Millennium Scholastic School and College. My position is team leader for the motion. I will define why we should not use mobile phone in classes. So before starting the procedure, I'm going to give you a recent report from the UNESCO, also known as United Nations, concerning students that they banned uses of mobile phones in schools. They said the ban would support children's learning and protect kids from online bullying. So now I will start my talk in favor of the motion. But before that, I will give some counter for my opponent. So my first speaker, she said that we can get information from mobile phones, and if we don't know anything we can call teachers, but before calling teachers we can ask from our father and mother, and we can also get many more information about our studies from our teacher more than the mobile phones, because we know if we don't know anything and if we search it from any websites, they will show the bad, they will show the wrong things there. Just like a math equation, they will show many wrong equations there, and you will write that and your teacher will give you 0 marks for that. And my second opponent said that from the internet we can get many information, but as I said that in not in every internet or on Google we can see, if we search anything about some history, biology, or anything geography like this, we will get the we will get the wrong answers, not the right ones. And he said that plastic makes pollution. And just tell me how plastics makes pollution. And he also said that we should not use pen and use mobile phones. Why should we not use a pen? Tell me. Will your father and mother give you mobile phone all the time for that? No, they will not give you and not allow you all the time. And if you also tell them that I'm gonna take it for some studies purpose, they will still not agree sometimes. And he also said that notes, we should not take notes, or they could get, or we should not take notes and take notes in mobile phones. But my friend, sometimes if your friend or your siblings or anyone comes to your mobile, and if they see that, they will think that this is a trash and I should remove it, and they will remove it. But what about the notes? We cannot uh, we cannot um, we cannot just lose it. And if we just lose it, we can also take from our friends. So now I will mention some key points which will definitely make sure that mobile phones should be banned from schools. Nowadays, we can see the time students spend on their cell phones is increasing day by day, which makes the why mobile phones should be banned in schools. Debate almost necessary. Following are some statistics that describe the intensity of the situation. 1. Distracting and reduce focus. Mobile phones can distract both students and teachers during class. Students may engage in texting, browsing social media, videos instead of paying to the lesson. Number, the mere presence of a smartphone can undermine learning as the human brain struggles to focus on multiple tasks simultaneously. 2. Negative impact on academic performance. Students who use phone during class tend to perform poorly in tests and retain information less effectively. Multitasking, multitasking with phones lead to shallow understanding of subjects, preventing deep learning and critical thinking. 3. Disruption in class activities. Active participation in class discussions, group work, and interactive activities is essential for effective learning. Students engrossed in their phones disrupt these activities, hindering the overall learning experience. 4. Cyberbullying and privacy concerns. Mobile phones provide a platform for cyberbullying, which can harm students emotionally and socially, and also mentally. Privacy breaches may occur in students misuse phones to capture or share sensitive information without consent. 5. Last but not least, unequal access and academic integrity. Not all students have equal access to smartphones. Banning banning phones ensure a level of playing field. Phones can facilitate cheating during exams, assignments, compromising academic integrity. So, honorable moderator, this was all the key points. Once again, I would like to thank you all for listening to my listening to my speech or debate carefully. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, in this round, I would like to improve third speaker and team leader against the motion. পয়েন্টটা কাউন্টার দিয়ে তোমার পয়েন্টটা
Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the chance to speak as a team leader from against the motions. And today, now let me draw your attention by saying that mobile phones should use in the classroom. Now I'm going to give different points. So let's get started. Honorable Moderator, mobile phone is a necessary thing in our life. Right now, Honorable Moderator, I want to say that in school, most of the students are scared and are not quite enough to go to home by own. So most of the times they bring mobile phone for their use. For example, a student does not go he is scared to go home by themselves. Now they use mobile phone as a useful material and they call their parents or their relatives to take them, or most of the time they doesn't call their relatives as if they need help. So most of the time, even some of the students uses mobile phone for when they go to home, they got lost, then they use Google or Google Tracks to go to homes. Now I would like to say one thing to my opponent, that is notification for the past person. As he says that they when the class is running, that time when the notification comes to the mobile phone, it harms is like this disturb the students. So now I will tell that notification. So don't you know the technology of mobile phone, they have different options to turn off the notification. For example, let me tell you a little bit of the notification and features of mobile phone. A mobile phone must have torch, then airplane mode, which turns all of your calls off, and notifications and other things. And another thing that he says, that results, the grades were very bad for using mobile phone. Now let me tell you that mobile phone, the third speaker, the team leader also uses mobile phone. Now we say one thing to you, that he also uses mobile phone, but he does better grade. Even he became second in the class as the last year, as I saw his result. So why are, are his results is bad? Now please tell me the answer. So now I would like to say that cyberbullying. So now most of the time people are taking steps from cyberbullying. Okay, they could do also one thing. They could ban the mobile phone from every place. So why didn't they ban the mobile phone? Because they know mobile phone is a necessary thing, and also there is different platforms that helps you to get rid of cyberbullying. Even there is some put options to call the police. Even there is some options or emails that you can contact with and help us get rid of cyberbullying. Now there's one thing which is banned. Now let me tell you, mobile phone is not banned in the most of the time of other places in our country. You know, most of the people always cares about marks. Marks means their whole life, but they need to read the main thing. They need to understand. And you know, most of the time now, the the government doesn't care about the exam. That's why they don't give the exam in class 6 or 7 in some points. So why they ban the exam? So now let me tell you, because the students always cares about marks. They doesn't read for learning. Now most of the students are don't want to do any practicals and other things, cause they want to just read for to get good marks. Now let me tell another thing. Good marks doesn't re- give you everything. You need to read, you need to study, then you will get good marks. But if, first of all, if you don't know anything, you just get good marks, then it will be a bad thing, and you in the future you will not learn anything. So performance, as the second speaker said, that the performance is very bad. Now let me tell you of the little bit of performance. One of the thing that performing, they do good, but most of the time children does bad, cause most of the time they're attractive to different things, not in mobile phone. Okay, so in the Asian times, do the do the people doesn't do the people have mobile phone? Yeah, they have, but not that good features and everything. But there is a little problem over there. They used to don't not have a mobile phone that much good things, and they always focus on playing and doing other good things like playing, so that most of the time their results were better too. Now I'm going to tell some key points as far that mobile phone is good for classes. So now I would like to tell a little bit of the team leader of that person. So as of all of you know, he is my best friend. Now let me tell him a little about him. So most of the time, as I saw that, না স্যার আমি শেষ করতেছি, আমি একটু বলি স্যার এর মধ্যে আমার ফোনটা। So as he uses mobile phone for different things, so now he came here and saying the bad things. Okay, doesn't he use mobile phone? Yes, he always say use mobile phone. Even he asked me so many things about mobile phone, and he also pay attention to mobile phone. Maybe not now, but there is a proverb says that don't judge a book by its cover, because most of the time children always brings mobile phone in the school, but they most of the people don't know anything about it, and they just always thinks that mobile phone is bad. So they need to change that mind. So honorable moderator, I would like to end my uh, speech here. Thank you for giving me the floor to speak again. Goodbye everyone, stay safe, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Now we will you clarify your positions. So you will get only 2 minutes. No extra time will be given. Okay.
Okay, so my third speaker again said that we we take mobile phones to call our relatives or our father and mother because we can't go alone. So why do we need to take a phone? Doesn't your teachers or your principals have any phone? Are they that much broke? And many people aren't able don't have the money to buy a mobile phone. So how do they go? Huh? How do they? They go alone. So secondly, he also said that we can turn off the notification. But what if a student forgets to turn on the notification? Huh? What will you do then? Then the notification still will come. And let me tell you one thing again, that if we still turn on the notification, then if there any notification comes, that time we can still see and take it secretly and just start chatting with our friends. Then thirdly, he said that I use mobile phone, but how do you know that I use mobile phone? Are you staying at my home? Are you staying with me? Huh? Are we staying together, or are we siblings? How will you know that I'm using a mobile phone or not? Just tell me, just answer me that question. Fourthly, he also said that governments are banning exams in class 6. My friend, our team member, the first speaker, he is at class 6 and he still gives exams. And five, the lastly, you're every time you're saying, sometimes you're saying that yeah it is bad, yeah it is bad, then it means that you're still agreeing to us. Doesn't that means you're betraying your position? Doesn't that?
Thank
So
you.
that's all my
Thank you, Ishan. Now it's time. It will take only 2 minutes.
So now I would like to say something about the third speaker of as my friend. So first of all, I want to say that he is saying that do I know him? Do I know that he uses mobile phone? Yes, I of course know. And you also said one thing that in the classroom the children forgot to turn off the mobile phone on other things, and what if he forgets, then they will always be disturbed. Now I want to say one thing that if the children means the students forgot to turn off, so one of the time in our school when he used to read in our school, so why doesn't he turn off his mobile phone? Cause his mobile phone used to ring most of the time because his parents take care of it. And it when it's used to ring, that time we all get attractive to that mobile phone, and we also want to know about that, and we also forget about that class. So what about that? And another thing is chatting. So most of the people on the time are forgetting about reading and doing everything and just doing chatting. They are not that much dumb to think that they will forget their class to do chatting and do other things. And another thing is there is money. So most of the people are right now, as you can see, most of the people are have mobile phone, even a bad quality of mobile phone. As he also used to have mobile phone, and in the coaching and in the school, he also used to play in mobile phone, and he used to hide and use mobile phone and play games. And one of the thing that is now most of the people have mobile phone, but they use it for good ways. And most another thing I want to tell, our parents will allow most of the time. Our parents
Thank
will
you.
allow them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
then let me tell one point, then I'll finish it. So most of the time, parents agree to their children, cause all the parents are not dumb. They always know everything. So they should know the reason. So now I would like to end my
Thank you.
speech.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have a wonderful
Bilingual Learning Center, BLC, Bogura.